Okay, good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. At least I remembered the beer. Axis IPA this morning. It's pretty good. Got some coffee here. You know how it is. This morning you will have to endure a little amble through Satisfactory, a game which I treasure. It's more relaxing for me than anything. Until stuff tries to kill me. It gets a little intense. So Satisfactory is a factory building game. I do know a little bit about it because I've put in multiple hundreds of hours at this point. I'm no pro at this. There are people who have Twitch streams where they are building super impressive mega structures. I guess you could call me more of a mid-tier guy. I have really only one save because I've really only done one super mega thing on this, and I really didn't see any value in creating a bunch of new games because what's the point? I've also never really understood multiplayer. I know people do it, but for me, this island, this island it's my island, all right? I don't want you coming up with your weird design things over in some corner of it. I want the whole thing to follow my exacting specifications. I figure I'll just kind of do a rambly tour, and one of my goals this morning, if I can get to it, is I need flowers. And flowers, you know, Satisfactory is a game of automation. Wow, this is a really long load time. It's a game of automation, so most of the time, once you have a little bit of raw materials, you're trying to develop an automated way to take basic materials and turn them into more advanced materials and then use those advanced materials to make more things and so on. And so the end goal, right, the end state is to sit on your ass, sip coffee, and have everything magically generate all the stuff that needs to be generated for, you know, so that it's automated. Except there's one exception, and that is paint. If you want to make custom colors of anything, currently in game, there is no way to generate paint. You have to manually harvest flower petals. Now, you can use the flower petals to make paint automatically, but there is no way to automatically harvest flower petals. And then to really add to the stress for a guy like me who dabbles in min-maxing from time to time, the number of total flowers is finite. It is admittedly stupidly large, but it's finite because flowers, near as I can tell or from what I understand, do not regrow. So if you paint a wall the wrong color, you have permanently wasted those flower petals. If you build a structure, paint it, and then tear down the structure, you've wasted those flower petals. And then, since they don't come back, you're effed, right? So I've tried to be very, very judicious in my painting. But, you know, I do have one big wall I want to paint a certain way. And I'm out of flower petals. So we'll see if we can make that happen today. Told you. Super exciting stream today, bro. There are ways to get around a little quicker by building tubes that you fly through, like in the Jetsons, if anybody even remembers the Jetsons. So they really get you moving quickly, but you got to build them, which means you got to have the materials to build them, because tubes, there is no tube pooper, right? You have to build the tube, which means you have to have the supplies to build the tube, which means you have to evaluate, am I going to go over to this place often enough that I need to bother building a tube to it? And the answer I've discovered is yeah. It's like software engineering. It's like system administration. If you have to do it once, fucking automate it, because you're going to have to do it again, and probably a third time, and shit, it's Friday and it's a fifth time. So yeah, hypertubes to me are effectively scripting in this game. So yes, it is important to build your tubes to start with once you get them unlocked. There's a sink, as in a resource sink, as in anything that is of value you can throw in this automated sink engine, and it's consumed, and you are rewarded with tickets just like you would at any sort of amusement fair, and then you can use the tickets to buy bullshit. All this is to say the backstory of why we're standing out here over a canyon in the middle of fucking nowhere is because I needed sheets of copper for making higher tier finished goods. Are you excited yet? Are you interested? I mean, this is the next 45 minutes, kids. Also, see if I can do simultaneous coffee. That's quality entertainment right there. All right. So we have a nice little windowed entrance here. You can see that's all nice and decorative, you know, for the museum tour. This is a round structure, which in itself is a bit of a pain in the ass in Satisfactory. There's no real native tools for it. You have to go through a pretty janky process. And then, of course, I had to put a big purple light up here because, I mean, why not? What's wrong with purple? Purple's great. Purple's a great color. It really shows off fucking nothing. But anyway, here it is, right? This thing that looks like a tube, it is a tube. There is no train collision. You will not get to see a train crash. Don't get excited. I thought I'd show you the nitrogen harvesting equipment. So here it is, this beastie. So you listen, it's got the big bassy boom booms. Yeah, it's good stuff. At one point in the game, I was desperate to find coal because you need coal for power and for steel and for umpty squat million other things. And I had some. I found some on the map. There's a little radar ping you can do. It looks kind of like this, you know, coal, bing, and it goes out. And then you watch, and little things will pop up on your compass. You see, oh, there's coal over there. All it tells you is about where it is. You pull up the map, you see about where it is. You don't know what's in between you and that coal. You don't know what the landscape is. There are evil creatures that try to kill you. They just can't get along with you. So, you know, so I'm like, oh, great, I found this coal. This coal was up a damn cliff. I'm like, well, okay. So I built a big, you know, crazy scaffolding of walkways and whatnot to go up the side of the cliff. Where one of the enemies, they call them fluffy-tailed hogs. They look kind of like an armored boar to me. It promptly headbutted me off the cliff, and I fell to my death. But I finally got those motherfuckers, because later on I was able to build bombs. So I threw a bunch of bombs in that cave where they were, and I blew them all to Kingdom Come. And then I built the coal thing on there, the coal mine, and then ignored it because I didn't actually need it then. But the point is, beat those bastards. That's right. It's good to have goals. Well, among other things, I need to paint it, and I don't have any damn flowers. I didn't rehearse any of this today, by the way. I was like, oh shit, I guess I'll just talk about Satisfactory for an hour. So climbing ladders, you know, shouldn't be this safe, but it's a video game. It is. You see, right? I mean, this was all landscape, and then you can see what my hand has wrought upon it. More copper, I know. How much shit copper do you need? A lot. This interior here was kind of fun, for certain definitions of fun. Oh, hi. Glad you're here. I'm going to borrow you. And this is good, because I needed to get some ammunition anyway, because we're going to go pick flowers in the middle of unexplored territory that's going to be full of fucking fluffy-tailed hogs. So what we're coming on right now is what I call the Ordnance and Ammunition Factory. And since it's all about violence, I decided to make it all glass. It's all beautiful, and you can see out it, look at the sunrise, and then you can kill things. This thing makes 10 minutes to go around, so we have to show it off right now. This is one of the giant beasties. It's completely harmless, but I intentionally built this factory in a way such that it could fly through unscathed. That's why I need the flowers, is to finish building the wall out and finish painting it, because I wanted to say something else, which maybe I'll get to someday, if I don't get sidetracked by 19 other things, which is what Satisfactory does to you. It turns you into a ravening lunatic. Where's my coffee? Yeah. But anyway, all this crap comes in here. It just gets higher and stupider and more chaotic. But this is where the bulk of everything that I need to use to build stuff gets made. So it's inelegant as hell because I was in a hurry to go do the fun stuff, and I just threw these things together. There you go. Did not make it to the flowers today. Okay, bye-bye.